Welcome to this video on emotions of India and from a marketing POV. So this is more from a marketing POV. How do emotions of India play a role? How can you appeal to the audience? What are emotions that you can use from a marketing messaging perspective to connect with the audience and really resonate with them? And this is inspired by a brilliant book that we have published on the platform. You can check it out at Zebra Learn, Power of Emotional Marketing. And Bhuwana ma'am has done this brilliantly. Take any of these emotions, whatever your brand stands for, whatever your brand resonates with the most, and what do you do with it? With this, you go and your messaging connects with them. It makes them feel a certain way. Then that, if you can do that, if you can connect with them, that exactly is what it means to hit home with a brand messaging. So before we go forward, let's quickly spend a minute on what exactly is emotions and what do we mean by emotions. Emotions are basically when your brain feels a certain way or when your brain releases a certain chemicals and your body feels a certain way or you feel a certain way. And that is exactly what emotions are. It's brain chemicals can be released by words or by our thoughts or by how you perceive the future or how you believe about yourself or others and so on and so forth. So emotions are nothing but your brain releasing chemicals and making you feel a certain way. And these are some triggers that can make your brain release those chemicals or it can make you feel that way. And from your marketing messaging perspective, if you can make people believe in any of those things, you will really do a good job from hitting home. These are things that people in India generally relate with, generally believe in, and it's the word general is really important here. Why? Because general means passes. Out of 100, probably 70, 80 people will resonate with it. And that is why the most iconic campaigns that we have seen in the country are majority of them falling under one of these tabs. Also, do remember this is not an exhaustive list, but these are some broad emotions that we as a country respond to, we as a country feel, we as a country are passionate about. So let's get started and address one by one every one of them. So first emotion that we feel or that Indians really respond to is joy. What is joy? Joy essentially means celebration. In India, we are one of the more celebratory, community-based celebrating societies. So be it Coca-Cola's Open Happiness or all the community events that we do. All of these are something that resonate with today's or with our society. So if you can just build joy in your marketing message, just make it more celebration based, just make it more fun, something that invites people, something that makes them enjoy, that you're hitting the right chord. Now remember, this I'm not talking and saying entertaining. Joy is all celebration. Just celebrate your brand. If you can do, let's say, sponsor a concert, for example, if you're a large brand, or if you can do a marathon or organize a small, maybe get together, a running community, all those things bring joy to people. And that, if you can stand for as a brand, that should do a lot of good. Community based activities do bring a lot of joy in general as a cheat code. So is there a community based sort of activity possible around your brand? So that's what joy does. Solidarity, imagine COVID. Everyone tried to help everyone, whoever, at whatever place they could. That is what solidarity means. Whenever there is a crisis, all of us as society, as country, we come together. Particularly in a country like India, where we are so diverse, where we are so many states, languages, countries. Because of the diversity, it gives us a reason to come more and more together. Remember, India is one of the more heterogeneous countries in the world. So if you can stand with people and their causes, that is what solidarity, stand with their causes, important to people and in crisis. So if you can stand with them in terms of crisis, in terms of times of their problem, just stand. Don't try to solve it. Just be there as a brand. Take a position. If you can do that, that is what it means having a solidarity. And if you can show solidarity with people on things that they are passionate about or things where they are facing crisis, this is something that goes a long way. Next, devotion. India has so many festivals. If you can just celebrate those festivals, it also can be combined with joy, or you can appeal to religious beliefs, or not really religious, but also their feelings towards a particular kind of worship. So if you can appeal to the feelings of devotion that people have, but particularly in the religious sense. That is one more emotion that people respond to in a very meaningful way in a country. So that is why you will see brands going out of their way and taking stand in occasions like Ganesh Chaturthi, in Durga Puja, in say in the national holidays, Republic Day, all those things. The Republic Day might not necessarily fall under devotion the way it's mentioned here or the way we are addressing it here, but this is one of those places where a lot of value is there for brands to kind of resonate with, connect with, and if your brand messaging has these things. So remember, don't try to do all of them together. Try to do one or two of them or one of them. That's the best. With every message or everything, try to do one of them and try to stay consistent there. If you can just appeal to the same emotion over and over again, over and over again. For example, Red Bull does that, thrill. Red Bull gives you wings and it appeals to that emotion of thrill, adventure, and they have been doing that for decades. So if you can just do that and start a small brand, appeal to that audience with what particular emotion, keep on doing that with every messaging you have hit, you will typically end up building a very strong connection with them as a brand. And that is what you should really aspire towards when you're building something, when you're building a business or a brand, and no matter the size of the audience. Next, love and longing. So love and longing means feeling welcomed. So if your brand just loves people, you can go ahead and tell things like, do you say to your customers, hey, we love you. Hey, we are there for you. Hi, we would want to absolutely solve whatever problems you're facing. And in those problems, these are things that we have done for you. And we will go out. Do you show that extra care? Do you show that, hey, you are there and you are actually trying to mean something that would help them solve, feel a certain way, feel loved? Just imagine if you're a pet care brand. If your messaging towards pet owners is how much love do you share for that pet together, imagine the way it will connect with them. So if you can do all those things, love, and then making them feel welcomed, as if they are welcomed. You're not as of a strong, uptight brand who will not really respond to your customers or might not connect that way. You are welcoming them. You're making them a part of you. And you're giving them the tools to become a part of you, your ethos, your culture. As a brand, what are your cultures? All those things, if you are giving to them, that is something where you will really connect again with these people or with your audience. And if you can make them feel loved and welcomed to your brand, to your community, imagine how far will they go in responding back. If you can do this, people forget so many errors that you make. They will overlook it and they will just go by the love that they feel for you. And particularly if you're a lifestyle brand, or by lifestyle meaning, let's say food, pet care, all these kind of brands. If you can do this, you will really do amazing because every single day you're appealing to them in a loving and caring manner. Next is hope. India as a country has faced so many crises in the last years and years and years. What do we have? One thing. We have hope. We are about 1.4 billion people. We look forward to the tomorrow that's coming. We look forward to the tomorrow that, hey, it's going to be better than today. We look forward to working towards it so that after 4 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, we will have a better life. Our children will have a better life than we, and so on and so forth. And this has been our roots for hundreds of years. Since the British have ruled over us, we were, as a society, always hopeful of independence. Then once we got independence, we are hopeful for growth. Once we are now starting to grow, we are hopeful for developed economy, and so on and so forth. So India has always been a hopeful economy, looking forward to tomorrow and working hard towards it. It's one of the harder working societies. So because of that, if you can appeal to hope of people, and by hope it means the feeling of tomorrow is better than today. If you can share that, okay, with your brand, for example, for a brand like Zebra Learn, this is something that's really important. Imagine if you're reading a book or if you're doing a course or any learning solution, what are you getting when you learn? In the immediate term, maybe some sort of emotional benefit that you feel good about learning something new. The real benefit is only after, let's say, 2-3 months at least, and then 2-3 years to see meaningful benefits. When you would actually, all the input that you're putting in will actually start showing up. So that if we can, let's say from a Zebra Loan perspective, we sell hope or we talk about hope, not really sell hope, but from a brand perspective, we tell how tomorrow is going to be better than today. That is one strategy. For example, whenever there are fitness centers, if we can use those if they can connect with hope, how will, and again, remember, hope is something that you should use responsibly, because false hopes is something that has killed so many brands. So you should always be very transparent by appealing to hope of people. Next is patriotism. We have countless songs, countless emotions of patriotism. All of us feel together about the armed forces when we see them on TV, when we see them in person. All of those things are stemming from our love for patriotism or our love for the country and societies towards our country, and that is where patriotism stems from. Even all those saying "Sare jahan se acha Hindustan hamara," this is very true emotion for India. If you can appeal to that emotion, if you can tell all the advantages that your country has held, or all the good things that your country has or India has been able to achieve in different fields. Again, it can be to your field, it can be to all the different fields. You feel proud. You feel absolutely proud, and your customer or your audience, they feel proud too. And that is why patriotism is one of the biggest things to connect with audiences across the country. And this is no secret. If you can just talk to them and show shared love for the country, take a stand, that is where a lot of values. Again, next, resilience. That is exactly what you mean. Whenever India has faced a crisis, people have shown up. People have taken a stand and they have fought against the odds. Be it people like the freedom fighters of the country, or all the great leaders that have come in the country after that, or even the newer age generation, the older generation, all of them have fought against different sorts of odds, different sorts of challenges. And that is what it means to have resilience. If you can appeal to that feeling of resilience, that you might be in a problem, you might be in crisis, I will stand by you as a brand, but also I am with you in this fight. I am with you in you putting up a brave face in front of all the people and taking that stand. This is one more emotion that really connects with people, and this is really the story of most films that we see. A deep trouble, and then the hero actually tries to fix it with showing a lot of resilience, and then ends up coming out on the other side victorious. This is one more emotion that we connect with, the sense of unity, the fact that we are all one. All these lines that we have heard, be it unity in different religions, be it unity in different regions, we have heard these lines. Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, hum sab hai bhai. So all those things, what are they? They are our sense of unity. When we talk about sense of unity, you can just have all different sorts of people come together in one surrounding, one setup. In fact, if you see this Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma, one of the most timeless serials in the country, if you look at this, they have in that society, they have all sorts of religious backgrounds, all sorts of cultural backgrounds living together. And that unity really resonates with the audiences. They really enjoy those banters. So that is what sense of unity means. So if you can appreciate differences and then appreciate the unity in those differences, that is, as a brand, a very strong place where you can appeal in terms of messaging. Next is hierarchy. India also is a country of babus, and then our cultural, our British training of calling sir and following a particular ladder, be it social ladder, be it professionally, be it within homes, within families. So India has always followed some sort of hierarchy. So if you can appeal to that hierarchy and the feelings that are there with it, some people, those particularly in the lower side of it, have a lot against that hierarchy. Those on the upper end of it have a lot of superiority in them based on that hierarchy. So if we can just resonate with these emotions that people feel because of hierarchy, that should also do really well. That has been the brand campaign, or that has also been a political campaign actually, across and across. People have used hierarchy based messaging to connect from a political incentive perspective endlessly. Next is family ties. Again, I don't need to tell this. We live in joint families. We live in India has always been one of the more closely held together societies, where people have lived in societies. One home has multiple families, or extended families, or joint families. So all these are appealing to family ties. If you can appeal to emotions about family ties, there are certain sorts of disputes between people, there are certain sorts of special bonds and relations that they enjoy, there are certain relations that people enjoy with their parents, with their children, and so on and so forth. So if you can appeal to those emotions, there people are really because family ties based relation or emotions, that is also something that people will connect with a lot. Any one of those emotions with your messaging, with your, and this particular video is all to do with what is that you're saying, be it your social, be it your ads, be it your outside pamphlets, or be it your hoardings, be it your even as little as newsletters or emails. What is it that you're seeing from this? What is it that you are appealing from this? If you can pick and choose one and just focus on whatever you want to say, and how can that bring out one of these emotions. And if you, as a brand, you can be consistent over one emotion for a longer period of time, you would have achieved immense amount of success as a brand, or you would have really connected with a lot of audiences, lot of people. And some messages, some executions will not be that great, some will be absolutely wonderful. So that is what emotions of India mean from a marketing perspective. Really deep with your customers, really hit home with their emotions and your messaging. And this is how you can really benefit from emotions of India and how people in India generally feel. To actually read more about emotions and how you can use emotions, you can also check out the book, The Power of Emotional Marketing. It's written by Bhuwana ma'am. These particular emotions that India feels, she explains them brilliantly and brilliantly. Also, please do write in the comment section anything and everything you would like to understand about this. We would love to go through it. We would love any feedback. I would love to. I go through every YouTube comment. I absolutely love it. Please do give us feedback. Please do follow us. Please do subscribe to us, and also please do share what more would you want us to learn. At the same time, see you in the next video.